like a buttercup. You're a Barbie doll. Show them all what I'm made of. Strut down the hall. Won't stop till I get enough.
Welcome to our deep dive today into the world of Nikola Tesla, a man who seemed to live centuries ahead of his time. We're going to be exploring this YouTube video you shared from the History Channel. It's called Ancient Aliens, The Mysteries of Nikola Tesla. And it goes into Tesla's incredible inventions, his claims of, extraterrestrial contact, and all the mysteries surrounding his life.
Yeah, it's fascinating how this episode kind of explores, the idea that maybe Tesla's genius wasn't entirely his own. As some ancient astronaut theorists believe, maybe he was influenced by, extraterrestrials. We're going to be looking at the evidence they present and the connections they're making and see what we can make of it all.
Okay, so the episode starts with Tesla's death in 1943. And immediately, there's this mystery surrounding his belongings. His nephew finds his hotel room totally emptied, his notebooks, technical papers, everything gone.
Yeah, it's interesting how this kind of plays into, the suspicion that the FBI seized everything and classified it all as top secret. Well, the official story is that there was nothing of significance there. The episode is really playing up these rumors that Tesla's work contained, groundbreaking scientific concepts that the government wanted to keep hidden.
It definitely sets a conspiratorial tone. But before we go too far down that path, the episode takes us back to the beginning, to Tesla's dramatic entrance into the world, born at the stroke of midnight during a huge lightning storm.
Yeah, you really couldn't make this stuff up. The midwife called it a bad omen, but Tesla's mother declared him a child of light. It's like setting the stage for this extraordinary life,
Yeah, almost like it was preordained in a way.
Yeah.
And from a young age, Tesla was captivated by electricity, even building toys powered by insects. But it was harnessing the power of thunderstorms that really obsessed him.
That early fascination really set the stage for, his lifelong pursuit of understanding and controlling this powerful force. You have to remember back then, electricity was still a relatively new and mysterious thing.
Right, it makes his work even more impressive. And that kind of brings us to his rivalry with Thomas Edison, the War of the Currents, where Tesla championed alternating current AC while Edison pushed for direct current DC. Can you explain the differences for those of us who aren't electrical engineers?
Absolutely. So think of DC like a one-way street for electricity. That's how batteries work. It's simple, but it has its limitations, especially how far the electricity can travel efficiently. AC, on the other hand, is more like a two-way street, where the flow of electricity is constantly changing direction. This makes it possible to send electricity over much longer distances with less energy loss.
So Tesla's AC system is why we can have these power grids that span entire countries. That's incredible.
Yes, exactly. And that's really just the beginning. The episode then goes on to list all of Tesla's other inventions. Electric railroads, fluorescent and neon lights, wireless communication, X-rays, remote control, turbine engines, speedometers, helicopters, torpedoes. It just goes on and on. Tesla held nearly 700 patents, which is just mind-boggling.
Wow. It is amazing to think that so many things we take for granted today are thanks to Tesla's vision. I think out of all his inventions, though, the one that captures my imagination the most is wireless power. The episode describes his experiment in Colorado Springs, where he was lighting up light bulbs wirelessly from miles away.
Yeah, that experiment was a pivotal moment because it showed that Tesla's vision of a world with wireless power wasn't just a fantasy. He believed that we could harness the Earth's natural energy fields to provide clean energy for everyone.
It sounds almost too good to be true. So why wasn't this dream ever realized? The episode talks about the Wardenclyffe Tower project. This was Tesla's attempt to create a global wireless power grid. Can you tell us more about that?
Wardenclyffe Tower was meant to be part of a network of towers that could transmit information and energy wirelessly anywhere on Earth. Imagine a world without power lines. Sadly, the project was never completed due to financial issues.
That's a shame. So was it simply lack of funding that killed the project, or were there other forces at play?
Yeah, that's a question the episode leaves open. Even today, with all of our technological advancements, the furthest we've been able to transmit power wirelessly is about 7 feet across a room. It makes you wonder, did Tesla stumble onto something we still haven't figured out?
It definitely raises some eyebrows. And speaking of things that make you wonder, the episode then dives into Tesla's claims of having these visions, where inventions would appear in his mind with this holographic clarity.
Tesla believed that we are all receivers of external impulses. He didn't see these visions as just imagination, but rather as a form of communication, perhaps even from an extraterrestrial source.
Okay, now that's where it starts to get a little far out for me. Are we saying Tesla was getting blueprints beamed into his brain from aliens?
Well, it might sound like a stretch, but the episode presents a few intriguing pieces of evidence. For example, in 1899, while working in Colorado Springs, Tesla claimed to have received these strange, rhythmic beeps on his radio receiver. He believed these signals were coming from Mars. He even wrote an article about it for Collier's Weekly.
Wow. Okay, that is interesting. But the episode goes even further, suggesting that maybe his ideas weren't entirely original.
Right. There are these ancient carvings that resemble light bulbs and Tesla coils that have been found in Egyptian temples. Some theorists believe that ancient civilizations may have possessed advanced technologies that were lost over time, including, forms of wireless energy transmission.
So are we saying that Tesla was channeling ancient wisdom?
Yeah.
That he was rediscovering technologies that existed thousands of years ago?
It's something the episode explores. And this is where Tesla's fascination with numerology comes into play, particularly with the numbers 3, 6, and 9. He believed these numbers held the key to the universe.
It's interesting you mentioned those numbers, because they do appear in a lot of ancient architecture and in nature. We've got the 3 pyramids of Giza aligned with Orion's belt. And the prevalence of 3-fold and 6-fold symmetry in nature, it almost feels like there's this hidden code in the fabric of reality.
It's a fascinating connection that the episode highlights, and it makes you wonder if Tesla was tapping into some universal knowledge base that goes beyond time and space. But before we get too lost in the cosmos, let's bring it back down to Earth for a second and talk about one of Tesla's most controversial inventions, the death ray. Earlier you mentioned the death ray. It sounds like something out of a comic book. Well, the episode connects that to modern day laser defense systems, like Israel's Iron Beam, which uses, high energy lasers to destroy incoming projectiles.
So they're suggesting that Tesla's ideas were ahead of their time. And what was once considered science fiction is now becoming reality.
Exactly. It's a real testament to his forward thinking that, even though it's in a military context, his ideas are finally coming to fruition.
It's fascinating how technology can be used for good or bad, I guess. But the episode then takes us deeper into the realm of speculation with the Philadelphia experiment. This rumored attempt to use Tesla's technology to make a U.S. Navy ship invisible.
The Philadelphia experiment. It's shrouded in all this mystery and intrigue. The episode tells this story of a ship that supposedly disappeared and reappeared, with some crew members even embedded in the hull. It's a story that's captivated conspiracy theorists for decades.
Yeah, it sounds like something straight out of a science fiction movie. But how does Tesla fit into all of this? What's the connection between his work and the Philadelphia experiment?
Well, that's where things get a little murky. The episode suggests that Tesla was working on a way to manipulate electromagnetic fields, perhaps even bend space-time. Some believe that his research might have been used without his consent in the Philadelphia experiment, leading to these strange and unexplained events.
They were talking about invisibility cloaks and teleportation. It's pretty wild to think that Tesla might have been on the verge of discovering these things.
The episode doesn't provide any definitive answers, but it definitely raises some really fascinating questions. Did Tesla discover something truly groundbreaking, something that could, change our understanding of physics? And if so, what happened to his research?
Okay, but we've been talking a lot about the mystery and the speculation surrounding Tesla. But it's important to remember his incredible accomplishments, too. He was a brilliant inventor who dedicated his life to advancing humanity through science and technology.
Absolutely. Despite, all the eccentricities and unproven theories, there's no denying Tesla's dedication to pushing the boundaries of what was possible. He truly believed in the power of innovation to improve the human condition.
Speaking of eccentricities, the episode touches on some of Tesla's more unusual habits, like his fascination with pigeons.
So by the time Tesla moved into the Hotel New Yorker, he had developed this deep fondness for pigeons, particularly a white one he seemed to have a special connection with. He would spend hours feeding pigeons in nearby parks. He even brought some into his hotel room.
Pigeons. That's an interesting choice for a genius like Tesla. Did he ever explain his fascination with them?
He claimed to have a deep understanding of their language and behavior. Some people saw it as another example of his eccentricity, while others speculated, that there might be deeper meanings.
It makes you wonder if there was something more to it. Was it just a lonely man finding solace in these birds? Or could it have been something deeper? Maybe Tesla, with his belief that all living things are receivers of cosmic impulses. Maybe he saw some connection between his work and the behavior of these seemingly ordinary creatures.
That's certainly a fascinating possibility. Perhaps he saw a reflection of his own genius in these creatures, often dismissed as mere pests.
That's a really interesting perspective. But let's go back to those papers for a second. The ones the FBI allegedly seized after Tesla's death. Did they ever surface? What happened to them?
That's where things get even more mysterious. According to the episode, the FBI claimed that Tesla's papers contained nothing of significant scientific value. However, conspiracy theorists believe otherwise. Some speculate that Tesla's work was so advanced that the government deemed it too dangerous to release to the public.
Too dangerous. What could be so dangerous about a bunch of scientific papers?
Well, the episode suggests that Tesla might have had designs for weapons far more powerful than anything we can imagine. Remember the death ray we were talking about earlier? Imagine what else he might have come up with. Technologies that could revolutionize warfare, energy production, communication. Maybe even space travel.
Okay, well, if these technologies are so powerful, why haven't they been used? What are they waiting for?
That's a question that has fueled countless conspiracy theories. Are they waiting for the right moment to unleash these game-changing technologies, or are they afraid of the consequences? Afraid of the potential for these inventions to fall into the wrong hands?
It's both exciting and terrifying to think about, especially if these possibilities are being kept secret. But what does it say about Tesla's legacy? Was he simply this brilliant inventor whose ideas were ahead of their time, or was he something more?
The episode leaves us pondering whether he was a conduit for knowledge that could transform humanity for better or worse. Perhaps we're living in a world where the future is on hold, just waiting for some unknown signal to be released.
We've covered a lot in this deep dive. Tesla's incredible inventions, his claims of extraterrestrial contact, his more eccentric habits, the enduring mysteries surrounding his work and his legacy. It's a lot to take in.
Yeah, we've explored the evidence, the theories, the speculation. But ultimately, the truth about Tesla remains elusive, and that's perhaps what makes him so fascinating.
It's like we've been piecing together a puzzle, but some of the pieces are still missing.
And that brings us to the final piece of the puzzle, a detail so strange, so unexpected, that it might just make you question everything you thought you knew about Tesla.
Okay, you can't just leave us hanging like that. What is it?
Well, that's a story for part 3 of our deep dive.
Okay, so you've been teasing this final revelation about Tesla for a while now, something that's going to make us question everything. Lay it on us.
Well, we've been talking about the possibility of Tesla receiving knowledge from extraterrestrial sources, right? What if I told you there's a theory that Tesla himself might not have been entirely from Earth?
Wait, what are we talking alien abduction here? Was baby Tesla swapped out with a spacefaring doppelganger? This sounds like an episode of The X-Files.
Not quite an abduction, no. The theory in the episode is a bit more metaphysical. It suggests that Tesla's very essence, his soul, his consciousness, might have originated from like a higher plane of existence, perhaps another planet even, and that he was sent here on a mission.
Okay, so no alien baby swap, but still a pretty wild idea. Is there any evidence to actually back this up?
Well, the episode doesn't offer concrete proof in the traditional sense, but it focuses on how unusual Tesla's genius was. His seemingly superhuman ability to envision these complex technologies. Remember how he claimed to see inventions in holographic detail, almost like they were being transmitted to him?
Right. And we've talked about his claims of receiving radio signals from Mars, his obsession with numerology, the potential connections to ancient technologies. It does all start to paint a picture that's a bit out of this world.
Exactly. The episode argues that Tesla's life and work kind of transcended the boundaries of conventional science. His inventions, his theories, his whole way of thinking, they all seem to suggest this deeper understanding of the universe, one that might have been beyond, a normal human.
So are they proposing that Tesla was kind of like this cosmic messenger, a prophet of technology sent to help humanity evolve?
That's one way to interpret it. The episode leans into this idea that Tesla was on a mission, guided by something bigger than himself, to move human civilization forward. But the question is, did he succeed? Did his inventions actually bring us closer to that utopian future he envisioned?
Well, that's where the story takes a bit of a sad turn, right? Tesla died alone, and a lot of his greatest dreams were unrealized. His vision of a world powered by free wireless energy is still just that, a vision. And if we entertain the theories we've been discussing, maybe the government is hoarding technology that could change the world.
It's a thought-provoking concept, isn't it? Perhaps humanity simply wasn't ready for Tesla's gifts. Maybe we still aren't. The episode leaves us with that uncertainty, encouraging us to really consider the implications of Tesla's life and work. What could it all mean for the future of humanity?
Well, we spent this deep dive exploring the world of Nikola Tesla, his electrifying inventions, his claims of extraterrestrial contact, his obsession with pigeons. He was truly a one-of-a-kind genius, But after all this, I don't know, are we any closer to understanding it?
I agree. It's been a journey through this maze of ideas, speculation, possibilities. We've encountered intriguing clues and compelling arguments. But the truth about Tesla, it remains a mystery.
Yeah, but maybe that's part of what makes him so captivating. The mystery, the unanswered questions, the sheer audacity of his ideas. Tesla's life invites us to think outside the box, to challenge what we think we know about science technology, even the nature of reality itself.
Precisely. Whether you believe in the extraterrestrial theories or simply admire his ingenuity, there's no denying that Nikola Tesla was a force to be reckoned with, a visionary who dared to dream of a future that seemed impossible in his time.
And who knows, maybe those dreams will still be realized someday. Maybe we'll unlock the secrets within his work, tap into that universal knowledge base he believed in, and create a world where technology brings people together instead of dividing us.
Until then, Tesla's legacy will continue to inspire intrigue and challenge us to push the boundaries of what we believe is possible. Keep questioning, keep exploring, keep diving deep into the unknown. That's the spirit of Tesla, and that's the spirit of the deep dive.
Sound the alarm. I'm coming up. We'll have a ball. I'm sweet like a buttercup. You're a Barbie doll. Show them all